huge.
Yeah. So we are looking at Ogre 1's point of view on immunity here. He is hovering around this Bat Cave Ring 2 area with that DMR loadout and the Needler. Looking at Buck 57, gets a couple of shots in him, so undoubtedly Buck 57 weak in that Ring 3 area, so hopefully his team can focus him down, but Ogre 1 is taken out there.
Yeah, Ogre 1 taken out down there. That's definitely one thing I've noticed. Once you get called out on the bottom, Euphorics, it's pretty much a matter of time until you're taken out. You really need to move around the outside of the map or get into this top middle structure right away. As soon as you start moving around the bottom, you can really expect for those kills to get cleaned up almost immediately.
Right, and that's something I love about the way this map flows. Top control being so important, you see that being held, but then you have these areas like Purple Forest where you can almost move well as a team to break setups and sort of flank around because there's all these various trees for cover. So it's a really interesting way the map can play out and rotate between positions of control.
Right, it's interesting how so many sightlines are blocked, yet they provide different avenues for both map flow and actual combat flow. I think that's one thing that's really cool, and you have a lot of different scenarios. Like Puckett was saying about it, compared to a drift. There's a lot of close range, there's a lot of long range, and really you're not going to see the same game play out twice, and I think that's exactly what 343 was looking for, of these very different experiences based on who's playing, the loadout they're using, and their weapon.
Right. So looks like immunity is down 50 points now. As we see Ogre 1 trying to lift up there with that bolt shot, but looks like he got a call out in the Purple Forest, gets the double beatdown there. Might try to lift up to Ring 3 to avoid these nades and try to claim this top position. Yeah,
one thing that's really nice with the no radar settings in MLG is that you can get away with lifting there and take advantage of how the map allows you to move in that way. Whereas when you're playing Infinity Slayer with radar, it's obviously very difficult to lift up there. You're probably going to run into two people and they're going to know you're coming. Nice job there. Getting 2 medals, 3 medals there. The Guardian Angel Revenge headshot.
Yeah,
nice play there.
I don't know if you noticed, but that almost filled up half of his ordnance meter. So you can make these really big plays to get yourself a lot of points and get those ordnance drops. So hopefully that can sort of change the tide of this battle in Immunity Slayer.
Right, they are down 230 to 150. So what they're really going to need to do is slow it down, because we've seen a few teams today. Once you get down in Infinity Slayer, it's really tough to come back because teams are gaining momentum and they're gaining those ordnance drops, they're getting power-ups and power weapons, and it's really difficult to come back. So I would think, Euphorics, this is something we haven't talked about today. Those first few kills, we're going to see teams playing very hesitant. You don't want to give up those first few kills because it could mean a lot more than just a few points.
Right, it can be very dangerous, almost like feeding that other team those initial kills, maybe rushing for a power weapon that spawns. If you die in that scenario, especially in Infinity Slayer, you're at an even more disadvantage now. Not only have you lost those power weapons, but then the other team now has built up some of their ordnance meter.
Right, now jumping on board with Voltage here of Immunity. His team is down now by 7 kills as he pushes up top middle, and you see Western Wolves there with 2 players up top, and Voltage could not push in. So like we said, it's really going to come down to teamwork. Now Voltage pushing in on Buck 20. He might get punished here.
Yeah.
And kind of got caught. Nice call out there, you can bet, from Western Wolves.
Yeah, I think I would have liked to have seen Voltage actually just go up to Ring 3 in that scenario.
Right.
Because that enemy player there, he actually flanked around into that Bat Cave, and Voltage would have been able to get shots on him anyways, but instead he chased that kill, got out of position, and almost got punished in that DMR battle.
Right, still on board with Voltage now. 220 to 310. They have a little bit of ways to come back, and this is the point where they really need to slow it down. We're more than halfway through, and they need to just really look for map control, and it's certainly within reach so they could come back. But they do need. I'm surprised no one has picked up this Needler just yet. Definitely thought that someone would have picked that up after we've seen just how powerful it is. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for checking out the Halo 4 stream live from MLG Dallas. My name is Bravo. With me is Euphorics. We're checking out a 5-game series, Immunity versus Western Wolves, an exhibition match, Europe versus Australia.
Yeah, and Voltage has gone a while here not really finding too many players or being able to put shots at anyone. And this could be due to the fact it's just a new map. These teams aren't as acclimated with that much practice time. Again, the game's not even out yet. We can't stress that enough, that 343 has been so gracious to give us a bunch of copies of this game so we can get our hands on it and get this footage out there to you guys and host an amazing tournament. So we hope you guys at home are enjoying it, as Voltage does utilize that jetpack. And I got to give you credit on that, man. You called it. Jetpack all day, proving especially important on this map where height advantage is so pivotal.
Absolutely. You see now Voltage there hops in, and there was 2 players on different parts of top middle, and he has to drop down immediately, taking a look at what's in the fridge downstairs as he lifts up. And I'm telling you, you can really move around top middle. There's little nooks and crannies around there where the jetpack can just get you in. And when you do get someone weak, you can just quickly jetpack up, finish up that kill. Nice job there, as you see 2 players waiting at the top of lift. So for any of you players who are looking forward to picking up this game on November 6th, or even anyone who might be watching from a hotel room and competing tomorrow, definitely look to stay in numbers on Abandon.
Yep, and Hef, Fort Immunity has just called in his ordnance. Looks like he got a damage boost off screen, but he just died. He was unable to pick up that,
so
that's
curse.
going to cost them. Yep, that might really hurt them as the Western Wolves just keep amassing this lead.
Yeah, and Rockets were up. I believe they just got picked up, so let's see who went ahead and got
They're in
those.
the hands of Buck 57 right now,
Those
and he is ring 3 with them.
Yeah, those Rockets do spawn bottom, so when you pick them up, you can lift up immediately. Nice double kill, huge splash damage on the rocket launcher. Might be able to get out of there. Nice job. I like that play. No reason to challenge there, as he does have help from a teammate, and he'll be able to jetpack right back up to probably ring 3 area. Playing a little cautious here, but his team is up 470 to 350. Finds a damage boost player, takes him out. A nice job, of course. That's very important at a time like this. There's only 12 kills left for the red team, Western Wolves.
And players with these power weapons have to keep in mind that everyone is spawning with the armor mod Dexterity, which increases your reload speed. So no longer do you have to worry as much about the time it takes to reload those rockets. It has increased, so you can kind of be a little more aggressive and almost not waste shots, but you can go for some long-range shots that might be your last rocket before a reload, because you will reload those faster.
Right, and you also have to be careful because that weapon swapping is also faster. For players are going to be quickly switching to a weapon if they run out of ammo, so everything's just a little bit faster, Euphoric. So now we have an ordnance up here. Calls down the sniper rifle, moving very quickly. They only need 4 more kills, Western Wolves.
And you know, Western Wolves, I think they have better team chemistry in this right now. I think that's really the difference. Maybe they're more acclimated to this map. Maybe they got one of their scrimmage sessions in earlier, but it just seems like they have control. They're controlling the pace, and they're controlling this game.
Oh my heavens, excellent shot there from Buck 57. Turns on Ogre 1 and says that Europe is not here to mess around. Excellent quick scope there. Really nice job. As they're about to close this out, they only need 2 more kills. And what I've seen, Euphoric, correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe you've seen something differently, the team that gets the lead early has pretty much won these games of exhibition of Halo 4 so far. Is that what you've seen? Is that 2 players with Overshield on
two players
immunity?
with Overshield trying to stave out this last kill for the Western Wolves. Fighting over the saw now, that can be pretty pivotal in holding off this Western Wolves advance, but
looks like there's a few players there from Immunity who might get taken out. It's pretty much just a choice as to which one they decide to chase. Now, it'd be quite a comeback if they're able to win. Western Wolves does win that game, 600 to 500. That's a 10-kill lead. It's going to give them the victory in Abandoned Infinity Slayer. Next up, we're going to have Relay CTF, which is a game I have not played or seen yet.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see how that plays out. Almost similar to something like a Foundation CTF, but also could maybe even be compared to something like a Midship, just because it is an arena-style map. Let's take a look now at the stats. Let's see who was doing work here. Nice kill death spread here from Buck 57, going positive 12 with 42 medals. He went 20 and 8. Nice job from him. And on the other end, we have Hef going 14 and 14, the only player on his team to stay even.